I think that the Academy has put themselves into a very uncomfortable position, and they deserve all of the discomfort that they're experiencing. But and you know, the question of the broadcast itself is an interesting one, because Chris Rock as host, and of course he was put in place as host before the nominations came out, and before the protests against them. No matter what he does, and I'm sure his jokes will be very pointed and very honest and very strong, because that's the kind of comedian, the kind of performer he is. Nonetheless, it can't help but be a kind of window dressing or sort of compensation. Well, see, you know, yeah, we didn't nominate any black people, but our host is African American, so it's all fine, right? We're all good. But I think that the one thing that Chris Rock will inevitably do, I don't think he will or can or would want to dispel this controversy, but in a way to focus it. And because the real matter is not just the Academy and the Academy's membership and the voting and nominating rules. That's all an important local issue. But the controversy over the Oscars and the Oscars so white idea has much more to do with the film industry, with how it's structured, with what movies get made, with what kind of opportunities are available to different people, with the fact that the power in the film industry resides with white men whose perspectives, it's not that any of them are individually necessarily racist or bigoted, but there's a collective myopia that comes in. And so, and I think an unconscious bias where, you know, you're a middle-aged white guy and you see a young white guy and you're like, oh yeah, let's give that kid a break. And there are women and there are people of color who are just as talented, whose work can be just as strong, but you don't see them. And that's a very big problem, and that's a problem that I think that it is nothing but good news that problem is now being talked about, being aired out in public, becoming an issue of controversy and discussion.